Dale Earnhardt Jr., driver of the number 88 Diet Mountain Dew National Guard Chevrolet, who finished third in today's Auto Club 400 here at Auto Club Speedway. Dale, talk a little bit about your run out there today.
We had a really good car. Diet Mountain Dew National Guard Chevrolet was really quick in practice at the end of the day yesterday, and we carried the same car into the race. I was real happy about that. We started off moving forward, and we had some really good pit strategies, pitting a little bit earlier than most guys. Steve brought us down pit road, and we'd gained a little bit of time and passed some guys on pit road. So we drove the car up to 5th before the weather came, and we had been watching the weather all day and felt pretty certain if it began to rain that it wasn't going to stop. So we made the right choice by staying out and gaining a few more spots there at the end to be able to put ourselves in the top 3. So just real happy, pretty uneventful weekend aside from the qualifying miscue we had. We've had a really good weekend.
Okay, we'll start with questions here in the driver meeting room. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Pockris, Scene Daily. I mean, did you have any doubt that, that you guys were making the right call? Or are you surprised that some guys stayed out? And then also kind of, how did you feel about your car throughout the race?
I was surprised that everyone didn't stay out. I was pretty certain by watching the weather and studying the weather all night long and all day today that once it began to rain, it wasn't going to stop. And I was surprised that some guys came down pit road and gave up track position. And my car was really good. The handle on the car was a little bit tight at the start. We moved the track bar. We had put the track bar down 1/4 of an inch just to get, just to be on the safe side once the race started. That's something we can adjust. We thought we were a little bit loose in practice, so we wanted to do something that we could take out of the car if need be. And we ended up putting that back and loosening the car back up on the second run. And I thought the car was a little bit too loose, and we may have tightened it up a little bit for that last little bit, but we really weren't making big changes at all to the car. And I liked the speed. There was a couple runs there where the 99 car had ran us down, but we were kind of taking it easy and just waiting on things to sort of shake out. Knew we were going to get some yellows once we got past halfway and get an opportunity to race some of them guys.
Okay, we'll open up. Go ahead with your next question, Bill.
Hey, Dale, Bill Kim, NASCAR.com. Once again, you're kind of the torchbearer for the Hendrick crew, here at Fontana this race. So what is it like this year that you're kind of leading the garage this time for the Hendrick guys, and it's not always Jimmy and Jeff, and what does that do for your team as well, just the spirits?
Well, they outran us all day long, and they just Jeff had a little trouble on pit road, and Jimmy had, they decided to come down pit road because they thought that it was not going to rain all day. And so they've been beating us most of the weekend. We've really been competitive, though, and I like how our season's going so far. If we can keep going like this, we might get some opportunities like we did last year at winning some races, and maybe we can seal the deal eventually.
Okay, at this time, we also welcome here in the driver meeting room Kyle Busch, driver of the number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota, who finished second in today's Auto Club 400. Kyle, tell us a little bit about your short run out there today.
Yeah, it was really good for us. We had a great race car there from the start of the race, qualified second and started up front and got the lead from Denny there after the first lap and led a lot of laps. I just wish we led 30 more and we'd be in a different position right now. But, we had a great car. Interstate Batteries Camry was fast, and can't say enough about those guys, Dave and everybody, for putting together a really good car this weekend. Wish we would have been able to race the whole thing on one hand, but then on the other hand, I'm kind of glad we're not, because we kind of have a little bit of damage that kind of slowed us down a little bit there about 20 laps ago. But all in all, it was a really good day. Glad we were able to run that way and run up front like we're supposed to into our potential, and that we had a day where we didn't have attrition or something else getting our way.
Any questions for Kyle from the driver meeting room before we go throw it to the media center? Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Pockris, Scene Daily. Can you talk about the battle with Montoya? I guess when you were trying to lap him, and then Stewart taking the lead at that point.
Yeah, just when you're the leader, those guys they're not very courteous. They don't give you much room, or they actually try to take away your air as much as they can so you can't get by them. And my car wasn't that great in traffic anyways. I kind of found that out a little bit yesterday driving in practice, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And I tried going low on him, and then he kind of pinched me low a little bit, and then I tried going high, and then he kind of drifted up a little bit. So he just mirror driving me. And then Stewart was way faster, and he was really good in traffic because he had to deal with some of that most of the day. So wasn't a time in the race to push the issue. Let Stewart go. He got by him. Then Montoya gave me the spot. And just trying to run back with Stewart's lap times, that's when I was trying too hard, too close to the fence, and got myself in a little bit of trouble there and caught the right side a little bit. But, overall, just glad that, the rains came when they did, as heavy as they were, and we're able to go home with a second-place finish.
Okay, we'll take questions from the media center.
Jim Alexander from the Riverside Press Enterprise. This is for both of you. With the approaching rain, how did that affect your guys' strategy?
You busy? All right. With the rain coming on, we all knew that it was just going to be a matter of time. So you were probably at lap 60 or 70, we were all thinking, okay, we're going to race to lap 100 here because that's halfway. So it's whoever's leading right after halfway, and if the rains get here right in time, you'll be the winner. So that's how we all started playing it, and pitch strategy kind of played into that role. We actually could have went probably 5 more laps on fuel, but everybody started short pitting, so we just kind of came in and got tires as quick as we could so we didn't lose time to the rest of the guys and get ourselves boxed out with traffic maybe a few laps later.
Yeah, we started short pitting at the beginning of the race, so we sort of played our hand early and didn't have an opportunity to really do anything other than what we had planned from the start. When we got toward halfway, we were going to have to pit when we needed to come down and get gas, but that really worked in my favor. We moved up to 5th on all them green flag runs, but we probably wouldn't have passed several of those cars had we not short pitted a lap or two early to get in front of them and get out in clean air.
Any more questions from the media center?
Yeah, that's for Kyle. This is Corey Teague, carscompetition.com. Was it difficult to adjust on the car without cautions, without being able to talk with the team and work with that?
No, not at all. The beginning part of the race, our car was really good. We actually didn't change anything the first time. Second time we came down, it was getting just a little bit tight, and it was getting loose, so we wanted to tighten it up a little bit and made some adjustments. Made it a little bit better, but still Stewart was really fast out there today, and we weren't running the same times that he was. So, we were hoping we could get another opportunity at it, but, the rains came, and we didn't have any more time.
That's it from the media center.
Do we have any questions from the Skybox Press?
No questions from Skybox Press.
Any questions from the Terrace Press Box?
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Junior, can you talk a little bit about going to Martinsville, and do either one of you guys think that anybody had anything for Tony Stewart today? He just looked really stout.
Yeah, Kyle probably knows better than I do. I didn't get to run around him, but look forward to going to Martinsville. Always have a lot of fun there. Everybody. I think everybody really enjoys running there. It's a pretty fun track, and we've had some good success there. So I'm hoping to have a good race like we did last year, and maybe have an opportunity to try to be in the battle for the win.
Any more questions?
No
Okay.
additional questions.
Okay, we'll take another question down here. We'll go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Kyle, Bill Kim, NASCAR.com. We saw on Saturday Joe Gibbs Racing, in its dominance here in Fontana. Denny led all practices, was on the pole. You led the first 80 laps of the race, and we just couldn't quite get to victory lane. Can you talk maybe about just what that is about the Cup Series that's keeping Joe Gibbs Racing out of victory lane, and why nationwide he's so dominant there?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just how many good teams there are here in the Cup Series. You've got a lot of good teams: Hendrick, Roush, Stewart-Haas, Gibbs, RCR. It's just we just haven't quite found it yet. And why it's been this long that JGR hasn't won here at all, I have no idea. Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart, for years, through the 90s and 2000s, would destroy everybody at Michigan and Atlanta, fast places like that, and just never really had much success here. Whether they finished second, third, I don't know how many times, but never won. So, it's just another close day today. Again, I just thought that our car was really good at the onset of the race, and once the track really rubbered in and every lane was black, our speed kind of fell off just a titch, where Stewart just kept digging and was still mowing him down.
Okay, we got one more question from the press box. Go ahead.
Jorge Mendaca, FoxSports.com. Dale, great start to the season, but how are you feeling within the team? Are you content with how everything's going within the team itself?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm performing better, and most of the credit's got to go to Steve. and the team. Those guys did a great job today on pit road. We've had some really good stops, and Steve's doing an amazing job. You know, he deserves most of the credit for how well we're running. He's given me some really good cars that are fun to drive and relatively easy to drive. So
Must be nice.
well, I mean, compared to
They're not easy to drive.
compared to the last several years, they've gotten a little easier.
I'd agree with that one.
Yeah. So I mean, we're competitive, and I couldn't be more pleased with the direction we're going.
Final questions for Dale or Kyle? All right, gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you
Thanks.
very much for your time.
Yeah, too. Good job.